There was an article in the New York Times recently, because you talked. This is not just about your weight loss, but also becoming more green,
right?
Which I'm going to guess Larry had a big influence.
No, he has nothing to do with it.
He's big into green, though, isn't he?
He's pretty big into it, but he had nothing to do with it. Yeah.
So there was an article in the New York Times recently about how marriage counselors are seeing marriages break up because one party all of a sudden wants to go full-on green.
Oh, dear God.
And recycle
and that's
this
in the
and
book,
that.
yeah.
And
I fight with my wife a lot in the book because I'm trying to go green. And she's not anti-green, but she's anti-inconvenience.
Right.
And really, what I have chosen for myself is an inconvenient life. I chose that when I was a boy by making the right decisions, by being a man of integrity. That's inconvenient. It's so much easier to be an asshole. It's so much easier to be selfish. It's so much easier to be wrong. It's really, to take the high road is always inconvenient. And it's the same thing with being green. It's the same. It's so much easier to just, have a plate of cookies, when you're hungry.
Yeah.
But no, it's all inconvenient.
Going green.
Well, when I came away, I've always been very, very conscious about it. And Wally had a big effect on me with that. I didn't feel it was preachy, but that's when it hit me that I'm going to try and do this. And so he's in the book. Ed Begley took me under his wing. And that was very nice. I remember I'm shooting a Funny or Die video with him on Monday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, him and Bob Saget and the Playmate of the Year.
Oh, that's going to be great.
That I wrote this thing. I hope it's funny, which is kind of about that, the green thing, where it's on a bus. It was just, I feel it's the right thing to do. However, if you ask me if I'm green thinking, but I'm not green. I don't walk in the same shoes Ed Begley does. He's a much better man than me. He is. And much more noble, But I'm as conscious as anyone and thoughtful about it.
What was...
I'll take this back to my hotel tonight. I'll find out if they recycle here. And if they do, I'll leave it, in my room, dressing room or whatever. The dressing room. But where the room I was in before I came out here. But if not, I'll take it back to my hotel with me. I take recycling home from the movie theaters, I take it from wherever. I was at a restaurant recently and they served water in these 2 big glass bottles. And I said, before I leave these here, because we finished them, do you recycle? They said, no, I brought them home with me. So I'm just very conscious and thoughtful on, my house is well insulated.
What you're talking about how some of the stuff, how your wife doesn't like inconvenience. It's not that she doesn't like green.
The big fight for us in the book is the windows. I want to replace all our windows because we have, what do they call the ones that crank out?
Crank out windows?
Chalice? Jalousie, yeah, with the metal frame.
Right.
And our house was built in 1939, and she thinks that if we replace the windows, the house will cave in. People have told her that, but the point being is, we have come to a compromise. We're replacing all the glass with glass that's, better, but we're not replacing the windows. I lost that one.
Yeah,
But it's a nice compromise. It's fine.